Have you ever wondered why those brown patches, tan speckles, and weird rings show up in your lawn? Well, it might not be what you think. Today we're going to dive into the most common lawn diseases and how you can stop them in their tracks. Your lawn could look lush one day and sickly the next, and it's probably not drought or underfeeding. Fungal diseases can pop up in different ways and in different seasons, and today we're going to dive into which ones can be treated with a fungicide versus which ones you're better off leaving the fungicide on the shelf and just treating by using good cultural practices. First up, let's check out some common foliar diseases. Now these are where the fungus actually attacks the leaf blades themselves, and when you pull a leaf blade you can see the actual spots on the leaves, and these can spread quickly if you're not careful. First up, we have dollar spot. Now this is the most common golf course disease and home lawn disease. You'll see tan spots about the size of a silver dollar. When it's dewy, you'll find a white fuzz on it, and if you pull a leaf blade or two, you see the bleached out tan lesions, and it'll be bordered in red. Dollar spot shows up during warm and moist conditions. Think early summer when you have plenty of heat and humidity plus pop-up thunder showers. And if you're running your sprinklers on top of that, you're probably feeding the dollar spot. Now there are some ways to prevent dollar spot, and the first is water early in the morning, or if you've had plenty of rain and if there's humidity, consider not watering at all. Avoid too much or too little nitrogen fertilizer. Some of the worst dollar spot breakouts that I've seen have been on lawns that were overwatered and under-fertilized. But studies also show that too much nitrogen and too little water will also cause severe breakouts. Prophesy is labeled for dollar spot control, making it an effective part of your fungicide program. Next up, we have brown patch. Brown patch has large irregular brown patches with a smoky edge. It will have a light gray fuzz on it, and when you pick the blades, the lesions will look very similar to dollar spot, but it'll be a darker shade of tan and it'll have a burgundy border. It shows up during hot, humid summer nights when dew and moisture are present, and it hits turf-type tall fescue the hardest. To help prevent brown patch, avoid watering and mowing wet grass. Avoid fertilizing tall fescue and St. Augustine grass right before a week of hot, humid nights. Improve air circulation with an aeration. Prophesy is labeled for brown patch, and prevention is key. Apply a day before the humid nights come and reapply every 14 days until the weather changes. Next, let's talk about rust. This is when your lawn is coated in a rust-colored dust that gets all over your mower, your shoes, and your pet's paws. If you pick a grass blade, you can see rust pustules on it. When you start to get the beautiful fall weather of cool nights and bright, sunny, mild days, that's also when the rust shows up. Rust tends to grow on lawns that have slowed their growth in the early fall, so if you can continue to push with nitrogen and watering, you should keep the rust to a minimum. Prophesy is labeled for rust if it's severe, but it shouldn't be the first tool you reach for in your toolbox. Now let's talk about a couple of diseases that a fungicide might not be able to treat. If you're a lawn care enthusiast, you've probably heard of Pythium. This is one of the fastest spreading, most devastating turf diseases. The good news is it mostly attacks creeping bent grass in high heat and high humidity conditions. That's probably not describing where you live in your lawn. Next up, we have a soil-borne fungus called fairy ring. Now this shows up in turf where there used to be a tree stump or tree roots, and it shows up as a wide ring of sometimes dark green lush turf, sometimes a little bit dead turf, and sometimes with mushrooms. The most common type of fairy ring just makes dark green circles, and in this case, increase your nitrogen applications to get the surrounding turf to match the ring. Last up, we have the snow molds. You have pink snow mold and you have gray snow mold, and as you can imagine, pink snow mold has pink fuzz and gray snow mold will have gray fuzz. But you don't need snow cover for pink snow mold. It will tend to grow in the cold weather of fall and early spring when it's really wet and cloudy. Gray snow mold, on the other hand, does grow where there's serious snow cover all winter long. So if you're getting all you can out of the growing season and you're pushing your lawn with nitrogen right up to the last minute, you might want to have a bag of Prophesy handy. Anybody here mow during a snow flurry? My hand's raised. Prophesy is a professional-grade granular fungicide that you can use to control common lawn diseases like dollar spot, brown patch, rust, and snow mold. However, Prophesy is not labeled for all diseases, and your lawn care success is going to mostly rely on your following proper cultural practices. These practices include proper watering. Underwatering can stress the grass, overwatering can feed the fungus. Make sure you water early in the morning so the grass can dry. Aerating your lawn improves soil drainage and oxygen flow to the roots. reducing the risk of soil-borne diseases. Use the right type of fertilizer for your grass type and avoid over-fertilizing. Over-fertilizing can promote disease. Use a soil test to determine what is the right type of fertilizer for your lawn. Mowing regularly at the right height for your grass type will help prevent disease spread and encourage healthy growth. Prevention is always better than treatment, and with the right care, you can reduce the chances of lawn disease taking hold in the first place. Some grass varieties are naturally more resistant to diseases than others. Choose varieties that are suited to your climate and that are disease resistant. Healthy soil supports strong grass that is less susceptible to disease. Test your soil and amend it with organic matter as needed. Clean your mower and your mower blades after each use to prevent spreading disease, and remove infected clippings to prevent reinfection. By practicing proper lawn care and using fungicides where appropriate, you can prevent disease by using good cultural practices that'll keep your lawn looking its best all year long. For more tips and tricks and to shop these products, visit andersonslawn.com.